Hey Tofu, how are you?
I'm good. What about you?
I'm fine. What were you doing during the lockdown?
I was watching television, playing games in the mobile, and also doing some crafts work with my sister. What about you?
You know what I did? I was actually helping my mother with the household chores every day. And there is something more interesting that I did. You know what it is?
Tell me, Mono, what is it?
I was reading a lot.
What? Reading?
Yes, reading is my favorite hobby. Reading makes you smarter. Reading increases creativity and imagination. Reading improves my memory and vocabulary.
Really? Can you lend me one of your favorite storybook?
Sure, Tofu, I'll get you tomorrow.
Thank you, Tofu.
Okay, now shall we listen to our English class? Hi children. Today in English class, we are going to learn a poem on the topic My Hobby Reading. This poem was written by Arunachalam Chandrasekharan. He is an Indian politician and former member of the Legislative Assembly of Tamil Nadu. Let's get into the poem. My hobby is reading. It helps me in thought reading, which means it helps me to think in creative ways. It takes me to places near and far. It keeps my rational, that is my intelligence, doors ajar, doors slightly open. It teaches me to cackle and cry, that is to laugh and cry. Without wings, it lets me fly. I wish if all the children could read in constructing a vigorous society, that is a powerful society, then we shall succeed. Shall we pick out the rhyming words from the given poem? The word reading in the first line gives the same rhyming sound as the word reading in the third line. So the first pair of rhyming words that we have found is reading and reading. Likewise, if you would see in the fifth line, the word far gives the similar rhyming sound as the word ajar that you can find in the seventh line. The second pair of rhyming words that we have found is far and ajar. The same way, the word cry in the third last line gives the same similar rhyming sound as the word fly in the last line. So the third pair of rhyming word that you have found is cry and fly. This is how we need to pick out the rhyming words from a poem. Now, shall we learn what is a rhyming scheme? A rhyme scheme is the pattern of rhymes at the end of each line of a poem. My hobby is reading. The rhyming sound of the word reading is indicated with the alphabet A. In the second line, it helps me. The word me does not have the same rhyming sound as the word reading. So we need to mark it with another alphabet. So I am marking it with the alphabet B. The third line, in thought reading. Reading and reading has the same rhyming sound. So we are marking it with the same alphabet A. It takes me to places. Places does not have the same rhyming sound as reading or me or breeding. So we need to mark it with another new alphabet, that is C. The same rhyming words have the same alphabets being marked for a rhyme scheme. So for these four poetic lines, the rhyming scheme that is used is A, B, A, C. Children, let's watch a video, Why Reading is Important and the 10 Shocking Benefits of Reading.
In a world where entertainment is right in our hands, you may ask yourself, what is the point of reading? In today's fast-paced world, reading is becoming a dying habit because there are fast alternatives to consume on social media. I read about a book a month, so I'm going to give you my top 10 reasons on why reading is important and why you should read. 1. Reading is food for the brain. In my opinion, this is the biggest reason why reading is important. Just like how our body needs food to sustain itself and function optimally, our brain needs to continue learning new things to function at peak performance. The best part is that you can read fiction and non-fiction to get this benefit. Studies have shown that reading has the power to change your brain structure, which makes you more empathetic and improves cognitive processes. By reading more, you become smarter since you're consuming a lot of information and you keep your brain in top shape. There's this quote from Game of Thrones that sums up this point nicely. My brother has his sword, King Robert has his warhammer, and I have my mind. And a mind needs books as a sword needs a whetstone, if it is to keep its edge. Tyrion Lannister. 2. You become better at conversations. Books help expand your vocabulary, which you can then use to express yourself better. Your speech will then be more refined and intelligent. Also, since reading widens your knowledge, you are empowered to participate in an interesting conversation. With the knowledge you gain from reading, you can add a unique perspective or sustain your argument. In this case, reading nonfiction can be better because you can learn about topics that show up more often in a regular conversation, like technology. But there are also instances where reading fiction can be better, like when there's a new popular movie out based on a book and you read the original source material. 3. You can get mentored by a successful person for a very cheap price. Think about how much a successful person's knowledge is worth. People are willing to pay millions to have lunch with Warren Buffett. If you're a normal person like me, you don't have that kind of money. But with books, you can get mentored by a successful person for less than $50. A book is literally the exact words, ideas, mindsets, advice, and even the experience of the author put into a collection of papers. It's almost like if the person is right there next to you, speaking to you. 75 of self-made millionaires reported that they read at least 2 books a month. The knowledge you can get from reading is irreplaceable. 4. Reading improves your focus and concentration. In our fast-paced world today, our attention spans are really short. Reading a book can help fix this because when you read, your attention is only focused on the story, and you can be fully immersed. You might even achieve a flow state where you are 100% focused and forget about the world around you. Try reading for 10 to 20 minutes before work on your morning commute, and you might find yourself more focused and productive at the office. 5. Reading opens your mind. As a reader, you will interact with different stories from different people with different ideas and beliefs. This helps open your mind and be more accepting of others, as well as improve your ability to judge other people's character. 6. Reading helps relax you. When you are reading something good, your mind is more relaxed, and the subject you are reading about might even bring inner peace. If you are reading fiction, while you may not be fed the images and sound like when you are watching a movie, you can experience the images and sound with your imagination. The feeling you get from finishing a book can be better than the feeling of finishing a Netflix episode. 7. Reading helps improve your memory. Whether you are following your favorite character through their journey or remembering tips on how to make more money, you will be using the memory area of your brain and keep it active. When you really need to remember something important, it will be easier. Every new memory you make creates synapses or brain pathways and strengthens existing ones, so memorizing will get easier. 8. Reading helps you make decisions better. When you are armed with all sorts of knowledge, making a decision can be easier because you see all possible options. You can make educated guesses on how each choice will play out and pick the one you like best. 9. Reading can help you sleep better. It can be hard to sleep when there's a lot of things going on in your mind. Reading for a short period of time can help push away what is bothering you internally. Also, we often use electronics late at night which don't exactly help us sleep better, because bright lights signal our brain it's time to wake up. Reading a book instead can help, but make sure you put it down once it's time to sleep. 10. You become who you are meant to be. This is a bit cheesy, but by reading, you can change your personality or beliefs. Books open up completely new worlds for us to grow and develop as a person.
So children, I hope you have understood the poem and to pick out the rhyming words and to find the rhyming scheme. Thank you.